So, in order to have a conversation today which is genuine and can hopefully lead to a connection, even if for a moment, start by being vulnerable as first. Bro, it is so beautiful if you become an equalizer. If you become a grand equalizer. So, how do you become an equalizer? If you don't use the ego to navigate through life. All of us internally are in a very dysfunctional state and have angst against each other, including you collectively as a male, along with me, along with many other males, having an angst against women, and a lot of women actually having an angst against men because this was done to us. So women today are feeling the masculine emotions in terms of over competition and in terms of no guy is good enough for me, which is so non-feminine.
Basically, everybody is running behind that illusion, that Maya that we talk about. Like, I personally have experienced कर लिया मैं. This is like a proper example कि मतलब क्या eventually मतलब इतना सब कर लिया, my priority, my thing, my सब my कर लिया, and eventually you felt that you sort of come to this ugly truth that you realize that this is nothing at the end of the day. So it's better that you don't do my thing, my this, my that. It will only sort of hurt you in a ways that you would not actually want it to be. So
And you know how you're coming to realize that? If you break down where that realization is coming to now from humans, like two humans, how are you? You are not the only one right now experiencing this, by the way. If you'll go and actually poke people and have open-hearted conversations by you being vulnerable first.
yeah,
All right, let's say the next time you're in a cafe, even though I'm not sure if the force which is putting all of us under some restriction right now is incredibly strong, but let's just say that you become Sirhud Kalra for a day and then you go like, okay, I'm going to actually speak to this person, all right? And what you do is, jokes apart, no disrespect, but what I'm talking about is, you go like, you walk up to the person, whether it's a guy, girl, doesn't matter. But just you want connection and you've been wanting connection all these last few days that you've gone out, but you've never acted on it because there's something restricting you. You're unsure about them. You're unsure about their frequency, etc. All right. You go and you start with, hey, I'm feeling a little lonely today. Would you mind if I just say hello to you and ask you who you are and what do you do? All right. The thing you are experiencing, the transition, everyone will be experiencing that right now if you'll speak to them.
yeah,
All right. But because we are being stripped away from what we are used to about yourselves, everybody is slightly on the defensive.
defensive.
So in order to have a...
Should I be more vocal about it or not? Everybody is in that phase, and
So...
that ice would break with.
Exactly. So in order to have a conversation today which is genuine and can hopefully lead to a connection, even if for a moment, start by being vulnerable as first.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Now this, okay, I'm not putting down, pickup industry and red pill and stuff like that. But just because we are guys and all of us have explored that territory of, attraction and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Today that advice will massively fail.
Yeah.
Today, if you try to be an asshole or try to be high value or something like that in front of a girl, regardless of whether she's a girl or not, today it will actually fail. Because everybody appreciates if somebody is down to earth. And in fact, the way I personally experience life is because in life, technically, my energy is changing a lot. All right. So the way people perceive me is also changing a lot. But I now don't consciously downplay myself. I remain very down. You know why? Because there's a different pleasure in it.
Yeah.
I call women ma'am now. All of them.
Same.
All right. Because
I thought call my younger sister also, ma'am.
okay. So, but not just that, even, working class people, cleaning people, this, that. Bro, it is so beautiful if you become an equalizer. If you become a grand equalizer. So how do you become an equalizer? If you don't use the ego to navigate through life.
Yeah.
All right. Because if, let's say, I'm navigating through life as an ego, so let's say a Mercedes comes to pick me up, I walk in a corporate, I'm wearing my black tie and blue shirt, blah, blah, blah. I go there, I get out of the car, the watchman opens the door for me, and somebody offers to pick up my bag. I don't even look at them, I continue. I might not be being rude, but let's say I'm working, I'm talking to somebody, I'm on a meeting, I'm on a phone call. What the does it take if in that I go like, thank you, bhaiya?
हाँ,
or धन्यवाद or namaste भैया.
yeah,
Nothing, bro. And I'll tell you another thing. Right now, the lower demographic, socio-economically lower demographic of the world hates the upper class right now,
yeah, totally.
as well as the upper middle class. So what you saw in that Pune video of, if you saw that video of the car, you saw that people after that are throwing rocks on that Porsche. I mean, the accident has happened, the car is wrecked, 2 people are dead, the guy who did it is now with police, etc. But the irritation and the frustration and the feeling that we are left out, we deserve more, etc., they are throwing rocks on that car. But you have to understand the psyche behind it and the shadow aspect of society's collective psyche, in which all of us internally are in a very dysfunctional state and have angst against each other, including you collectively as a male, along with me, along with many other males, having an angst against women, and a lot of women actually having an angst against men, because this was done to us. One of the vision statements of the free man is to bridge the ever widening gap between the masculine and the feminine. Because when I started studying subjects like anthropology and what was happening in the world geopolitically when I was, in my teens, I realized that this is a attack. The plan is to make women like men and to make men like women and to increase the feelings. So make men feel feminine emotions, make women feel masculine emotions, not the good, balanced, healthy way, but the evil way. So women today are feeling the masculine emotions in terms of over competition and in terms of no guy is good enough for me, which is so non-feminine.
Yeah,
And men are not able to go and relate with women anymore because now they're feeling their emotions in a feminine manner, but in a disempowered feminine manner,
yeah,
not in an empowered feminine manner.
yeah. And because that is happening, a lot of people are sort of taking the support of sigma male, toxic masculinity, because itna masculine.
I don't even know. I don't care. I don't know what the internet culture is because the internet culture is being engineered.